That was the last
That was the last
words.
conversation. That was our last conversation.
Wow.
So when my predecessors came over and they asked me if I was
And
willing to
when,
take over.
sorry, what happened after that? You know, I mean, when you realized that was the last words, and then you lost him,
Yeah.
did you start thinking? I mean,
Of course.
where
I
did
mean,
it-
you can't go through something like that and not think.
Yeah.
So I thought very carefully about what kind of perspective I wanted, and then I realized that maybe perspective meant inaction. I just wasn't doing anything about anything.
Okay.
I was then, and when Ivy came and asked me if I was keen on taking over, I wasn't fully convinced. I don't think that it was something I could do. I'm not a DTM or I haven't been in Toastmasters long enough. I don't know the conventions or the protocol. But then I remember what Sean always used to say: "It's not about you, or in this case me. It's not about me. It's not about me. If there is a chance to serve, then it's not about whether I'm good enough or I'm experienced enough. It's not about any of those. But if the opportunity came to serve, then one should serve." And that's why I decided to take it up.
Wow. Well, you know, I mean, what's happening with you, or you know, what you're going through is actually probably unprecedented.
It is.
Yeah, but I think he must have seen something in you that, you know, like, I mean, he treated you a little bit differently, and he kept pushing you,
Yeah.
and just like, you know, like making you see things.
Yeah. In retrospect, Sean did nothing other than hold a mirror up to myself.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
In retrospect, I don't know what he saw. Up to today, I still don't know. Maybe I'll find out. But while I'm finding out, we might as well be productive about it.
Yeah. Well, you got at least a year. I mean,
We've got a year.
11 months.
We've got 11 more months. Yeah.
To find out and
To pivot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm very excited. You know, I'm very excited to see you do this, and also like curious to see what's going to happen. But I feel, you know, more than know, there's a lot of good vibes, and the wind is shifting, and hopefully
Yeah,
a
but-
lot of good things will
Yeah,
come
but
out of it.
you know, it's not me, right?
Yeah, I know it's not you, but
It's
it's,
not me
like
at all.
but it's like something is happening. You know,
Yeah.
we were talking to Alan about that. It's
Yeah.
like something is happening, and we don't even know what
Exactly,
it is.
exactly,
And
yeah.
I was saying, well, maybe Sean is looking down and
Maybe.
sort of like guiding. You know,
Maybe,
like there's
maybe.
because he left a big vision.
Yeah.
And he was so passionate about
Yeah.
that vision and
Yeah.
you know, that legacy.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine just leaving it
Yeah.
like that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
probably like, oh, I still want to get this done. And
Yeah.
so there's that intangible thing that I
There
feel
is,
like
yeah.
something is happening,
Yeah.
and you know, you just like the pieces started falling into place,
Yeah.
and you know, you work well. You feel like you're working well with your team, which
Yeah.
which I don't think it always happens. You know, in Toastmasters,
Yeah.
like, you know, you sometimes you have personal differences or something like that. But from what I've been hearing, like, yeah, you feel like you could work well together.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I'm very, very lucky. I've got Liana, who's basically a Toastmasters Wikipedia. She knows everything about everything. She keeps me in check if I go too far or break conventions. I've got Tohi, who was division director. At the same time, I was division director, so we already had a working relationship.
Yeah.
My IPP from my own club, who was my VP when I was president, had already committed to join Sean as his admin manager, and she's the most meticulous person you'll find. And then we've got Sandy, who already agreed to be Sean's finance manager, who was also equally as meticulous. And it just all fell into place.
Yeah. So they're all already ready.
They were ready.
Yeah.
Even up to today, sometimes I struggle to see the value I actually bring to the team, because they're already doing so well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all I can do, and I think all I should do, is just bring out the pom-poms.
Right. Yeah. You know, that's what Alan was saying today, right? Just be the cheerleader.
Yeah, that's what.
Cheerleader and just watching and maybe filling in with.
But again, you know, between you and I and you,
There's a lot of people there.
a lot of people, I struggle with that. I struggle with that because I like to talk. I like to be the center of attention. I like the spotlight on me. I want that to happen.
Yeah.
But I realize that this position, or the responsibilities here are a lot bigger than my own personality.
Right, and it's going to stretch you.
It's gonna stretch. It's gonna stretch.
Yeah.
So you will notice that TLI early on, I tried not to speak. Thea did most of the speaking. Same thing in Division K and Division D where we ran this. It was a lot of effort from Alan and the division directors and Liana, and all I could do was just to provide the good vibes. And I can't say for sure we're headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
But it's just nice to kick the ball along and see where it goes.
Yeah, what I see is like, your willingness to go into that and, doing the best that you can.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also what impressed me, Reuben, seeing you picking up the trash, and I thought, who is that picking up? Oh, it's Reuben. So that was beautiful, because I mean, like, yeah, traditionally, you see somebody like the district director as the number one, so to see you just being just one of the team, like, just being a Toastmaster, basically, that was very touching. That was like maybe not so touching, but it's like it's inspiring, and it gives like a good example. Like, like a leader is not the one who's just standing around and you're just part of them.
That's something I'm working on.
Okay,
I'm working on it.
Yeah, so I saw you working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying.
I noticed that.
I'm trying to be useful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
I think we all just want to be useful.
Yeah.
And if everyone's already doing so well, doing what they're doing, and the big rocks have been moved into place by everybody else, then why not pick up the pieces, right?
Right.
It's something I struggle to remember to do, but my mentor Rui always reminds me that you're a Toastmaster first, a district director later on.
That's a very, very wise word that I'm going to remember that also, that you're a Toastmaster first. You're not a leader, you're not
a director,
you're not a senior Toastmaster,
no,
you're a
yeah.
Toastmaster.
You're a member first.
Yeah. So that's very beautiful, and you demonstrated that, and I picked on that. So hopefully the other ones, also saw that.
We'll see. Yeah, small matters.
Small matters, right? And then, so how have your life changed by Toastmasters, in 3.5 years?
Whew.
And 3.5 months. What
How
was
has
the
my life
biggest,
changed?
the biggest change that you feel?
The Jim Rohn once said
Yeah.
that you are the average of 5 people you hang out with the most.
Yeah.
Imagine that 5 become 50.
Okay.
And I've got a community of about 60 something members in Brunei itself, and about 3,588 members like yourself, who are just a burst of positive energy. How can I be negative in such a situation? Something funny changes when you change your mindset. That I used to complain a lot. I'm a very vocal person. I used to complain a lot. I'm complaining and I'm complaining. I'm like, that's not right and that's not right, and why isn't anyone picking up the trash?
Okay.
But when I meet people like Ellen or Liana or willing leaders, right, who are just keen to serve, you just tend to follow along, and it becomes natural after a while, and that can't be a bad thing.
Yeah.
So if you would ask me what is the biggest change, I think that I'm starting to learn humility. I think.
Yeah.
And I hope that carries me a long way.
Yeah, I understand that totally. I think we understand each other
I think
very
so
well.
too. I think so too.
Yeah, and
think
I'm
so
really
too.
learning that. I know it was hard,
Just trying to think outside of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that part's hard.
Learning, that's humility. Oh, I want to learn that.
I want to try that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I see it very beautiful. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And it takes away like about me, but it's just it's not about me anymore. It's about serving. It's about really caring and not trying to get credit for it or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
well, it was a good example for me.
It's hard. It's easy to understand and easy to say, but a lot harder to keep consistent.
I understand. Yeah.
I struggle with that. With that.
Yeah. So a lot of good things, Reuben. And before we end this,
Yep.
do you have any last words that you can give to maybe Toastmasters who have no ideas yet? Like what is the leadership about, or if they want to move towards that, other than just being a Toastmaster and giving speeches. What would you say to the Toastmasters or new members?
Okay. Toastmasters tagline isn't where good public speakers are made.
Yeah.
It's where leaders are made. And leadership is a beautiful thing because if you do it right, then you create more leaders and the momentum and the movement just keeps going.
Right.
The hard part is you've got to give first. And out of 10 people that you give to, maybe 90% will not give back. And that's hard to handle.
Yeah.
Mathematically, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But that one person that somebody inspires and changes somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. It's kind of like Paid Forward, you know that movie Paid Forward?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
It's like an MLM, but in a very positive way.
Exactly. I've had people ask me how much commission you make out of this. I'm like, I think I spend a little bit more money on that than any commission. But the message that I have for Toastmasters, especially young Toastmasters, is the true value of Toastmasters isn't in communication. Communication is a way for us to practice leadership. And leadership is about giving. And I know it's cliche, but the more you give, the more you get.
Yeah.
So that's my message for young Toastmasters. Think outside of yourself.
Yeah.
Think about your members around you,
Yeah.
and think about the club. Think about your club. Think about the community you're in, and how you would like to contribute back to that community. And if you do that, I promise you, you will never ever
You
say.
promise them.
I promise you, you will never ever say I'm burnt out, because you believe in what you're doing. And I think people are instinctively and naturally just good and generous. We just need to remember that.
It's a good thing to remember, and I want to remember that and keep reminding me, okay?
I gotta remind myself too.
Yeah, well, we remind each
Yeah.
other. Yeah. So, viewers, this was Reuben Chin. Not yet the distinguished Toastmaster,
Not
but he's
yet.
because it's almost like automatic, right? So, but like he's the district director for District 87, just starting his term, 1 month alone.
Yep, 22 days in.
Today's 22 days. Are you
22 days
counting?
in.
Yeah, and I wish you. I don't want to say good luck, but I wish you well,
Thank you, Miranda.
and a lot of support.
Thank you, Miranda.
And I think you have a good team. You have a good start, and I hope the win will be always at your back.
I think if we have more members like you, and we can duplicate more Mirandas, it'll be an easy job.
Well, let's do that together. Find a way, okay?
Let's try.
Find a way to clone
Us
good members.
and Alan's and Chris's and Stuart's and Sean's. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's clone Sean. That would be the best one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so thank you for spending this time with me and sharing yourself very openly and vulnerably, and I really appreciate that, and I learned quite a few new things from you, and about Sean and all that. So yeah, hopefully we all learn from Reuben and from this conversation, and we'll see you at the next inspiring Toastmaster series. I'm Miranda from Magical-Bali TV.